What's up, Buttercup? It is Spicy AF, and I am back to bring you another spicy topic. Please, y'all, I need your support, because if y'all don't do it, who will? Please hit that thumbs up, like this video. All it takes is a thumbs up. Follow me on X. It's Spicy AF and at Spice Tea Spill on Instagram. Here is the picture. I say this because I put the same picture for my YouTube, my Instagram, my X, whatever social media I am on. I put the picture. Subscribe and share. A girl named Crystal McKinney was only, I will say, about 19 years old when MTV actually made her dreams come true. This young woman was Caucasian. She gorgeous, tall, beautiful, just inside out gorgeous. She was a pure soul. She was a youth. So her energy, everything about her was fresh, you know? And her dreams came true in 1998 when she won a model competition, y'all. They even done a documentary on her. Everything was going great for Crystal. Everything looked good for her. She had a boyfriend, but guys, she was still in the teens, okay? Until she met Puff Daddy, y'all, Diddy. Take a look to get a glimpse of her spirit. Look at Crystal McKinney when she was young and had won this competition.
IMG's model mission. Hi, I'm Crystal McKinney from Savannah, Georgia. I won MTV and IMG's model mission for 1998.
Some of the information won't be in the lawsuit that I'm about to read, but Megan Cuniff says, here's the new federal lawsuit against Diddy, filed in the Southern District of New York due to traumatic events to occur later. Plaintiffs save unwashed clothing from the night in her closet. Due to the traumatic events to occur, plaintiffs saved the unwashed clothing from that night in her closet, where they remain in a plastic wrap. Soon thereafter, plaintiff took a car to Cipriani downtown, where the designer was dining with Combs and other guests. Plaintiff felt little control over the events, as she was directed what to do and put on display for the others in attendance. For instance, plaintiff sat down at the empty seat next to the designer, but he insisted she sat down directly across from Combs instead. Once seated, Combs made a very publicly display of coming on to plaintiff in sexually suggestive manner, which continued throughout the dinner. For others to hear, Combs bestowed compliments on plaintiff by staring, for example, stating that she was beautiful and some was missing, but it says as her consciousness returned, plaintiff realized that she had been sexually assaulted by Combs. Plaintiff felt humiliated and traumatized without recourse. Following the assault, plaintiff's modeling opportunities quickly began to dwindle and then evaporated entirely. Upon information and belief, Combs had plaintiff blackballed in the industry and utilized his significant influence to impede plaintiff's career growth. Plaintiff became severely depressed as she began to blame herself for the assault and for sabotaging her own career. The assault led plaintiff into a tailspin of anxiety and depression, and on or about 2004, plaintiff attempted suicide and was hospitalized. Everywhere plaintiff looked, she was reminded of Combs' assault, as Combs was an indescribable presence in music, television, and film. Inescapable, by the way. Then goes to say, everywhere plaintiff looked, she was reminded of Combs' assault, as Combs was an inescapable presence in music, television, and film. We read that. In the ensuing years, plaintiff also experienced alcohol and drug addiction as she attempted to cope with the emotional trauma of being assaulted. Plaintiff has also experienced intimacy issues as she struggled to maintain emotional and sexual relationships with men. Plaintiff was married from approximately 2006 to 2010. However, her marriage fell apart as she had a mental breakdown precipitated by memories of the assault. Combs' assault has altered the trajectory of plaintiff's career, denying her a successful and lucrative career in the modeling and film industries. To this day, plaintiff experiences bouts of depression, anxiety, body image, and issues. When she went to that damn dinner, y'all, she went to that damn dinner with the big wigs, with the designer. She's a model. She's trying to get into this industry. She had an empty seat to sit next to the designer, and no, he said sit across from Diddy, y'all. She went to display her talent and get some connects, and they put her on display as Diddy began to sexually flirt with her and be suggestive with her, looking all her up and down and making her feel uncomfortable. Y'all, they put her on display. That means they stood her up in front of everyone, and she don't know these people. She's in front of everyone and she's vulnerable. She wants a career in modeling. The designer's there. She's at Cipriani at a men's fashion show for Fashion Week. She wants to model a designer's clothes. She thinks she made it. So she's standing there, and can you imagine her thoughts when Diddy is flirting with her? We a woman. We women, some of us, we are women. We know how it feels when somebody's sizing us up and you trying to work for these people. Later on, the woman saved the clothes, put it in a plastic wrap for Mad Day, and I don't care what no one says. I would do that. I don't know if I would think to do that, but now after hearing this, it gives me a good idea. God forbid this happens. But she, on Mad Day, Opportunity Day, she brings out the clothes for it to be tested with her claims, and I applaud her for this.
This last year has been so crazy.
That's nice.
Out of this world.
Gorgeous.
At the same time, crappy. Don't be so bull to me. And then so cool.
It's only you. It's a double page spread in the magazine.
My dream totally came true. You get to see what happens.
At just 22 years old, she was invited to Cipriani in downtown New York in a men's fashion show. She was introduced to Diddy, who immediately began to sexually flirt with her, meaning, you know what they do, right? Look you up and down, probably look at your breasts, probably stick his tongue out, lick his lips, touchy. In his words, he was very flirtatious, right? She felt uncomfortable, and this is my words. I'm sure she felt uncomfortable, so I'm gonna say it and I'm filling the blanks. But she wanted to make it, and she didn't. Who wants to jump to conclusions in a time like this? It could just be me. I mean, I might be tripping. I'm young. These men are older. Everyone's older, so I could be tripping. Let me just go ahead because I don't want to miss my opportunity. She was then invited back to Diddy's studio. Imagine the setting of a studio. It's usually dark at a studio. The mood is very chill. Drinks are being passed. Weed smoke in the air. She takes a puff, right? She takes a puff of the weed. She says that the weed was extra strong. She felt like she was floating. For her to identify this lets me know that she knows what a joint is. And she knew that there's a difference between regular ganja and something added with it. Something other than just weed in it. So she recognized this, right? She felt real floaty in the air and didn't feel right. Diddy, she says, gave her Hennessy. Now between the Hennessy and the joint, we don't know which one could possibly have the drugs in it. It could have been both. Because what happened is he asked her, he told her to come to the bathroom. She followed him. I'm in your place of business. I'm in a position where I'm hungry for fame. Hungry. And I am in position where I'm in front of Diddy, he has managed so many of our greats. So he said, come to the bathroom. I'm under the influence. I'm chill at this moment. They got me in a position where I'm feeling like I can trust because I'm in a vulnerable position. I have no choice but to trust. I run to the bathroom. He tries to make me give him head. He pushed her head down and he made her perform oral. She didn't want to. He was aggressive. Pushed her head down. Now this is gross because that's disgusting. It's disgusting, yo. I don't know. What if it smelled like pee? What if it smelled like sweaty balls? What if because he's drinking and that can make you perspire? You forcing me to do that to you. And at 22 years old, little her in the studio with men, we know, I'm sure we know. And then she says that she felt real woozy, passed out, y'all. She went unconscious. So like I said, we don't know if the drugs was in the drink or the joint or both. Was a roofie in that drink. She wakes up and she knew. She wakes up in a taxi and knew that she was sexually assaulted. And as TMZ said, and as the lawsuit, she didn't know if she was like if there was more than just the oral. It wasn't specified, so we didn't get to know that. We do know she woke up and knew she was assaulted. My opinion, they did more than head. You're not going to drug somebody you already forced her down when she was more conscious. When she passed out, what did you do? Now, there were statutes of limitations in the case of Cassie. So we know that with some domestic violence cases, it's too late. Then that's 1998. So this is over 20 years, right? Because it will be 2008, 2018, 1921, that's 25 years ago. Statutes of limitations have passed. But what about for SA? What about along with all the other domestic violent cases in the SA cases of the other women and men? Maybe they're just gonna make this happen. Because let's not act like we don't know. This is a white woman. This is a Caucasian, and we know they have privilege. And and listen, I would use that privilege like it ain't no tomorrow, like she's doing. She was so hurt, y'all. She was blackballed. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine you work so hard, y'all. You win a competition. You're on MTV. Your world is moving so fast. Opportunity is so here for you. You meet Diddy. You're connected with him. In that the very highlight, the moment when Diddy was hot out in these streets, popping. You meet this man, he's sexually you, and now you're blackballed. No one wants to work with you. He allegedly blackballed her. And why would he do that? Ask yourself. Because of guilt. He's guilty. He has to get rid of her, get her away. He was never gonna help her. He was never gonna do anything for her. But what he did, and he got rid of her. He tried to shut her up. He tried to make her go away. And y'all, I am thinking about talking about some other celebrities, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little scared because it's just, what about the celebrities that was in that tunnel in his house going to those free golfs that are not named by Lil Rod? Huh? What about them celebrities that we saw in pictures photographed with Diddy at those parties that are not being named? Lil Rod never brought their names up. Were they also victims? Were they also drugged? There are some statements, there are some accusations. There were, and they got completely quieted through the years. But this young woman was blackballed. Her career ended after he took her innocence. He took her opportunity, y'all. This man had her so broken and low in spirit that she tried. This woman contemplated ending her life. She wanted to just not be here anymore, y'all. It was so bad for her. She was violated physically. She was violated mentally, emotionally, physiologically, psychologically, intelligently, every you can think of. This woman was taken full advantage of. She had no choice in the say. Nothing. And so she wanted to end her life. But thank God for Cassie, who put everything out on the line. Thank God for Cassie, who told her story in that lawsuit, who gave us a bit in piece of the traumatic, tragic events that Diddy put her through. All the things, and that we get to see how this man is a monster. It helped so many women. There's another one right after this one I'm going to talk about. There's now 7 accusers that say he drugged and SA'd them and abused some of them. Systematically abuse these people. Use their work, their creativity, groom them, and make them a part of their crime so they scared to talk about it. Take their rights, take their voice, take their money. But word on a curve today is the feds subpoenaed the witnesses, y'all. The feds subpoenaed, HSI subpoenaed all these people accusing this man have been subpoenaed, and they're gonna have to stand before a grand federal jury. So Diddy, you are gonna be indicted because there's just one too many witnesses, people that have taken this, and I keep saying this, the bystanders that betrayed these victims is just unreal. Unreal. Honestly, y'all, the security guards that's speaking out now, everybody who worked with him in his inner circle that witnessed these things and did nothing, to me, they should also be subpoenaed. And there should be some accountability for them. Because y'all could have prevented some of this pain. You chose yourself. And I think they should also be subpoenaed. I know it's a lot of people telling what happened down at those houses and what happened on those yachts. He always taking them to a damn yacht. Kim Porter and him was always on the yacht, wasn't they? Diddy was always on the yacht. His son is accused of SA. His son. They always out there on a yacht, aren't they? Why? Well, where you gonna go? In the shark's mouth? What you gonna do if you're being abused? What you gonna do? Swim in the ocean and get out and swim? What is he doing out there on that ocean? Is what I want to know. Why you keep taking these women on yachts? We know you putting them in a position where they can't go anywhere. But is there some kind of rituals y'all out there on that river doing? What's going on over there in that river? We gonna see. I got some more coming up, y'all. Let me know what you think. Leave your comments. Please hit that thumbs up, like this video, please support, subscribe, and stay tuned because we got more to come right after this.